We don't even know if that's gonna happen now.
Hey, when you look at it, we don't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want about Biden. I can't say I love the pick either, but hey, we got to get him in office, and then we got to hold him accountable.
So how do we do that? In addition to voting, what else is Sean Combs gonna do?
From Trayvon Martin, I've been trying to figure out like how can we end this? Trying to think about solutions, because you could be angry, and you could march, you could protest, and people could hear you, but that don't mean that they're making any changes. So for me, it was us looking within ourselves and saying, let's not wait for these people to come and save us. Let's not wait for the Democratic Party. Let's not wait for government. Let's own our politics. Black politics. We need to own that. We need to have a platform, an institution that's going to support and breed young black politicians and social leaders that have integrity, not just in the quiet rooms, publicly.
One question about race in the first presidency.
One question about race, and I was hurt. I didn't feel like Joe Biden really defended us. I want to make sure we don't miss the importance of this time. We've never had a political party. We wasn't born Republican and Democrat. We don't even get talked about. We're not a topic of conversation. And we can stand by and keep on doing the same thing. Yes. Right now, let's stay focused on Trump. But let's start to fight for our futures. And politically, the only way to do that is by what we're doing with our black party.
What's good? What's good? It's your big homie, Big Bad, man. I ain't been on here in about a week or so. So I'm tapping back in with you, man. Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. As always, thank you so much for tapping on the video, checking in with me, man. Today's episode is going to be really crazy, man. What is really going on, y'all? Okay, and I know, put it like this. I make these videos in hopes of people to watch them and all that, but I know y'all aren't even watching the presidential debates. I know that y'all aren't even watching politics and paying attention to your to the things that's going on in your world, in your community. So I really couldn't expect too many people to even tap in. So thank you to all the people who are tuning in, man, because this is some higher thinking. This is higher thinking right here. This is not for the average person. This is for Americans or people in the world who are trying to get a better understanding of life. Now, I'm gonna just get straight into it. We got P. Diddy now. Now, first off, let's break down who P. Diddy is. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, all that good old stuff. For one, we all know P. Diddy indirectly or directly has something to do with the death of and murders of Biggie and Tupac. We also know every artist that Diddy touches, everybody's career that Diddy touches, he ruins their life. You could look at, and they call this the bad boy curse. I'm not the one who came up with this. They call it the bad boy curse. Every artist, just about 90% of the artists who have been on Bad Boy have burnt out in Skid Row type situations. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them have passed. Some are doing life in prison. Sean Poe was banished and kicked out of the country. It was so much shit that was going on, or just left. I think Sean Poe left the country to live in Belize. But anyway, like I was saying, everybody P. Diddy touches, they go to shit. So politically, I don't know how he could do any better politically when he's just a entertainer slash entrepreneur slash millionaire, billionaire slash rapper. You know what I'm saying? Producer. You know, he's a multifaceted entertainer. I'm not going to take away from his entertainment at all. But what I am going to say is, where does he have the political validity or the political even understanding to create a black party? All right, now that's what they're that's what he's proposing and planning on doing. Creating a black political party. Okay. Now I'm not against nothing black. I am a black man. First off, all you sellouts, let me say that. I'm a black man. I'm not against nothing black. I'm not looking down on P. Diddy because he's a black man, because he's a billionaire. I'm simply saying presidents, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, y'all are on their ass for their political inequities or their political inconsistencies. So how the fuck would we be accepting of a P. Diddy to lead us or to guide us into political aspects of America? It doesn't even make sense. As a human being, as a person, as a grown up, you can't always just believe and run into every direction that you're told to believe in or do everything you're told to do. Now I'm gonna say one thing. I got the footage. I'm put some footage up in the front and the back so y'all can see what's really going on with this. So it's not from all my perspective. They're talking about, P. Diddy is talking about creating, or not creating. P. Diddy is talking about there being a race war. Now, let me say this. That's big propaganda because you have the left, not left, you have the white radical groups that are saying the same thing. They're saying if Donald Trump don't get elected, that there'll be a race war. Then you have now P. Diddy's a black person who's a little powerful with a little money and shit, saying that if black people don't vote, they're asking for a race war. Basically, and another thing too, he's saying is that they have to get Donald Trump out of there regardless. And also too, you need to pay attention to P. Diddy said he doesn't even agree with Joe Biden's perspective all the way, and he doesn't agree with Joe Biden's point of view. And Joe Biden didn't say anything to warrant a proper vote, but P. Diddy is saying we need to vote for Joe Biden anyway because that's the best we have. He's saying we need to get Joe Biden in there and then pray for the best and hold him accountable. You can't hold no president accountable for nothing. Your citizen ass have no pull. My citizen ass have no pull other than maybe a vote to determine what goes on in that White House. So that's propaganda, you dumbass P. Diddy, because at the same time, you think even if you're created your own separatist black party, they still wouldn't accept you or allow you to be a part of American politics. Black people are 1/3 of a man in the Constitution. One third of a man or something like that. And a woman, I believe, is 1/5 of a man. So how the hell could you even expect fair treatment when you're not even considered a real human in their Constitution? Y'all are dumb. Dumb. Are you dumb? Stupid. Now let me get to another point of this. Who is voting for Joe fucking Biden? Who and why? I watched both of they're not even debates. Both of the town halls. They had one debate. Donald Trump ate up Joe Biden and embarrassed him and made him look unpresidential and unvotable. So they made it to where my nigga Trump got COVID and my nigga couldn't sit down across from Joe Biden no more, which I'm gonna tell you how that was political propaganda. Because when Donald Trump did his presidential town hall thing a few days ago, He was sitting about 7 or 8 feet from the woman with no glass thing, with no mask, with no PPE, no none of that. And it just shows you, even when Kamala Harris and Pence had their thing up, they had the glass cage in between them. So it just shows you how much political bullshit this really is. The virus and all that, it's all BS. Now let me tie this back in. Joe Biden said on his town hall thing that police should shoot black people in the leg, should shoot people in the leg. They should start shooting people in the leg instead of killing them. What fucking president in the history of the fucking world says the police should go around shooting motherfuckers in the leg? You could die just as well as from a leg shot than you could from a shot to the gut or a shot to the chest. So it's pure insanity, man. And then another thing y'all have to realize, if you vote for Joe Biden, you're voting for 5G. Because if you look at his green plan, the green plan, it states that they're going to tear down existing cities and towns and rebuild them with new technology. And then on another thing, which is 5G. And another thing he said last night or the other night on his town hall was, if we vote for him, we would be winning the power war. We would control the power industry. Control the power industry. This is a war, a financial war. This is a financial debate. Every year it's always a financial debate, but this one right here is the one that's gonna make us or break us. Now I'm gonna tell you something about Donald Trump. He's an old town American, old time, old school. He's gonna keep America great, make America great again. You know, I'm not saying I'm for that, but what I'm saying is keep America the old school way that it was. Now, I'm not agreeing that old school racism and all that's no good. What I am saying is, at least let us not goddamn be in 5G world. At least let us not get microwaved by these towers, and at least let us remain human. Because I'm telling you, Creepy Joe, if he gets in office, he's already on his way out the door, like as far as living goes. He can't even make proper thoughts and complete sentences. So he's already on his way to dementia and all that. So he's going to be one of the first ones to take chips and Neuralinks and all these things. So, man, y'all wake up and smell the coffee, man. This is a serious election. This is a serious situation. And like I said, not many people even watch these videos like I make, because what are y'all worrying about? Y'all probably worrying about entertainment and the next thing that you're going to fill your belly with and fill your mind with, you know? So wake up and smell the coffee, man. It's your big homie, Big Beta, man. It's the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. I thank y'all so much for all my new subscribers. I appreciate y'all so much, man. I'm going to keep dropping as much as I can, you know, trying to keep good, positive content going and groundbreaking content, not just wasting y'all's time. You know what I'm saying? It's your big homie, Big Beta.
Things have got too serious of a point. Seeing what's going on, white men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking is real dangerous. This man literally threatened the lives of us and our families about going to vote.
Stand back and stand by.
Stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
We're in a war. We're not taking this like it's a war. We're taking this like, oh, we're in a presidential election. No, we're in a war of love versus hate. The number one priority is to get Trump out of office. The tribe of people that have the responsibility and really should be scared to death of this man is white people.
Explain.
If this man is elected, we're not standing by no more getting killed. We're not scared of anybody standing up and standing by. We're on the verge of a race war. If people in America want a race war, they'll not vote. I'm an independent, first of all. When I vote, I try to do what's best for my community.
Let's be clear on that. You're not standing behind your decision to hold your vote anymore. You want people to go out there and vote.
it would be irresponsible of me to have us hold our vote hostage. But it would also be irresponsible of me to just let this moment go by. The world is watching, and not do everything I can to make sure that going forth that we're a part of the narrative, that we own our politics. And so I'm launching one of the boldest movements that I've ever launched. And it's called Our Black Party.
Okay.
It's time for us to have our own black political party, unapologetically. Because right now, if you look at the debates, we're not even a part of the conversation.
Not at all.
We're not a part of the conversation. We don't have any political power. We don't have any political leverage. And so we started Our Black Party with some young, fearless black activists, elected officials, and I've stepped up and put the money behind it. This is the biggest threat and the only option that we have right now as far as making a change, taking our own self-responsibility and accountability to be educated and empowered with our vote.
So what's the goal for our Black Party?
Our Black Party's number one goal is to unify behind a black agenda. That's it. You could be a part of the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, you could be an independent, but if you black, you wasn't born Republican, you wasn't born Democrat, you wasn't born independent, you was born black. And we have to seize our political power because it'll just be more the same. Being pushed this way, being pushed that way, and we expecting
A different result.
a different result. But the definition of insanity is like doing the same thing over and over the same way, expecting a different result, and it's not gonna happen. So we have to change the tone. We gotta start with us stepping up and really taking the responsibility and accountability to be a part of this political movement.
The hardest part of that is going to be getting other black people to buy into it.
This is not for all black people. You know what I'm saying? This is not for the scary ones. This is for the ones that want to move things forward and want to get to the smoke. A black person spends an average of like 5 hours on Instagram a day. If you could give Instagram that time, 15 minutes you could give to educating yourself. And Our Black Party's that platform. So when we get down to the local elections, when we get down to the school board, we get down to the judges and the justices, that's so confusing for us. We've never played this game. This is another level of gangster. But I played this game before, you know? I started in 2004 with Vote or Die, and this is the evolution of that thought, of that empowerment, of that independence, of us taking self-accountability so we're not caught with our pants down like this election. Right now, we're not gonna get nothing. We caught with our pants down. We're not organized, we're not ready to really take this on.
Hold up, let me ask you, what's the difference between Vote or Die Diddy and Hold Your Vote Diddy? And what occurred between those two phases that made the change happen?
I went through the experience of politics. I played the game with the Democratic Party. The people that I went and campaigned for, after they got elected, I don't feel like they really did anything to change the reality of black people. Like I was blessed enough to find God come to me and tell me my purpose. And he told me my purpose is to play a part in saving the black race. The Vote or Die Diddy was about politics and, you know, trying to be supportive. And also, you know, they kind of guilt us in the votings, you know. But as I evolved, I realized this is a business. This is a transaction. This is the closest thing to the streets than the streets that I've seen.
That's why I don't think there's nothing wrong with asking these politicians for something for your vote.
Yeah, you can't keep on giving your power away for free.